Welcome back. This is section 9.3, Mechanical Energy, which is 8.3 in your textbook. Pretty easy section. We'll see that energy, there are two main forms of energy. Kinetic energy, and that's spelled with an I, kinetic, and potential energy. Potential energy may be the easiest. It's the idea that I have something stored, some energy stored. Either I have chemical energy stored in a battery, or I have a rubber band that's pulled back, and I have potential energy in the restorative force of the rubber band. I've got gravitational potential energy as a ball is lifted above the ground and then allowed to drop. Those are all stored energy. So energy due to position or position of something that will then be able to move. If you have kinetic energy, normally that's movement energy, energy due to its motion. And we're going to see that these are interconvertible with a little bit of loss. But for the most part, kinetic energy can be changed into potential. So I can have gasoline, which has potential energy in it. I can burn fuel and drive my car to the top of a hill and then turn off the car and roll the car down the hill. So the potential energy can be turned into kinetic energy can be turned into potential, and then the various forms of potential energy or kinetic energy can be interturned too. So once work has been done on an object, you either pull back the rubber band, or you lift the ball, or you store the chemicals, then once you have those potential energy, work has been done to give you energy, then that energy can then be used to do work again. So the energy, work and energy are totally interrelated. It takes work to have energy, and then that energy can then do work. As I said before, there's various ways that you can store energy in potential energy. There's various ways. You can do it chemically by separating ions that want to then attract electrically. You can separate electrical charges. You can put something high in gravity in a gravity field that makes it want to go down. There are various things that can store energy. You can even have an element that's decaying, that's breaking apart into smaller elements, and that as it's breaking apart, that has energy to then do work with. That brings us to the essential statement of this lesson, which is energy. Energy is the ability to do work. So I'd like you to copy that. Energy is the ability to do work. And remember, work is moving an object, putting a force on an object and moving that object a distance. So whether that object is ions or atoms or magnets or an object lifted in a gravity field, and it doesn't matter what it is, if you are going to do work on it, it takes energy to do work. And then once that work is done, that object now has energy because it itself could do work. So if you lift a piano up above the street and someone's walking below it, if you were mean enough, you could cut the rope and drop the piano right on that person. Poor guy. So what are the two forms of mechanical energy? There are two. The first one is potential energy, and the second one is kinetic energy, energy due to position, energy due to motion.